Hi, and welcome to the It Girl podcast. We are back with another episode. Ironically, this episode is about confidence, and I just got my brows tinted and laminated, and I think I might have done too much. I'm really not adjusting to it well. I did not want them so dark. So I'm not feeling so confident today because I feel like my eyelashes are too much, and I feel like my eyebrows are too much, and I don't recognize myself, and I don't have makeup on. So I feel like that's the perfect time to make a confidence episode because it's about going forward anyways. You know, that's what confidence is. It's about not caring and just like doing what you have to do. Oh my gosh, the cutest little bird. This little teeny tiny baby bird is outside my window. Oh my God, it's so cute. Okay. Anyways, getting to your questions. So I asked you guys questions and like things that you wanted answered about confidence specifically and what would be helpful. So let's dive in to the questions. And this is just my advice. I would say I'm not a very confident person when it comes to my physical appearance, but I'm an incredibly confident person when it comes to anything work related or like getting things done. I have absolutely zero. Oh my gosh, there's a whole bird family. There's a mom and a dad and a baby bird. Oh my God, how stinking cute is that? Is it looking at me? Oh no, it's looking the other way. I was like, never mind, it's making eye contact with me. It's trying to tell me something. Okay, back to what we were doing. I really have zero fear when it comes to anything career or hobby or what. Like, if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If I'm like, you know what, I want to go to Timbuktu today. I'll be on the next flight to Timbuktu, not even worried, no problem, no stress. I will do that kind of stuff. But of course, like I do struggle with feeling good about myself and body issues and all of that. So I know there's questions about both. So that's kind of where I stand on both sides of the spectrum when it comes to confidence in those areas. So one person said, I really struggle to feel worthy of the things that I want. See, this is one that's like, I don't struggle with this. Like I feel worthy of anything that I want. I think my mindset is no one is trying to, for the most part, hinder your blessings or what you receive. It really doesn't affect anyone. If I want a vacation or I want to move or I want a Louis Vuitton bag, so who does it affect? It doesn't affect anyone. You don't need to prove your worth to do what you want because it affects no one. It doesn't mean anything to anyone else. It means something to you. That vacation means something to you. No one's coming to go, no, you're not worthy. Like, who's in charge of that? I just don't feel like what I want should be positive for everybody around me. And I feel like if everybody's getting the things that they want and going after the things that I want, that they want, everyone wins. People are happier. People are more positive. I just don't think who is deeming you not worthy? Who is it affecting? Who is it? It's not like a job where you're up against other people and you're all competing. What's the competition? There's enough to go around. So if you want a Louis Vuitton bag, it's not like you get the only one in the world. You go on a vacation. It's not, oh, you got to go on a vacation this year, so every 4 million other people didn't. What difference does it make? Who are you affecting? Who are you taking away from? Who are you costing? You're not costing anyone anything. And if you work for something, I do feel you're worthy. If you worked hard enough to be able to afford what you want, or you lived in the same place your entire life and you feel like you want to leave and you don't feel worthy, according to who? You're not stopping anybody else. You're not taking anything from anyone else. And I think if everyone is getting what they want, everyone is chasing their dreams, people will be more positive. You will be a happier person. You will be a more positive person. You will make the world a better place because you will be a happier individual. I think denying yourself things you want and feeling shame and feeling guilt for it makes you, whether purposefully or inadvertently, it makes you a worse person. You're deprived. You're unfulfilled. You're not giving yourself the things you want. You're operating from a place of fear and shame and guilt. When you're operating from that place, you're more likely to just be not as good of a person to be around. If you're happy and you're fulfilled and you're confident and you're chasing the things you want, you're just a better person on a daily basis. You're a more likable person on a daily basis. Being the best version of yourself and giving yourselves the things that you want and shifting your mindset. Who says you're not worthy? Truly, I could do a whole episode just on self-worth. Who says that? I don't struggle with imposter syndrome. I don't struggle. Who gets to decide that? Who decides? I'm not taking anything from anybody else. I have no interest in taking anything from anybody else. There is enough to go around. There is enough abundance to go around. There is enough joy. There is enough positivity. There is enough stuff. There's enough stuff. If it's stuff that you want, oh my God, the world has too much of it. There is enough to go around. Do the things that make you happier, fulfilled, energetic, excited, joyous, and you will be a better person for everyone. You even walking down the street, you'll be someone who smiles and waves instead of gives a dirty look, So I'm not into worth. Like who decides that? The only person that has to like you or want you to have those things is you. And think of the person you hate most in the world. Which isn't very positive, but think of someone you really dislike. Do you really care if they go on a vacation? Are you going, that person just is not worthy of that vacation. She should not be there. She does not deserve it. Not really. Not really. It's not really occupying your mind, No one's thinking about it. No one is thinking you don't deserve it. So just release that. That is just a heavy negative emotion to hold on to. Just release that. What are some ways you express self-love to keep your confidence up? So this is something new that I've been doing, hence the brow lamination, is I've been feeling like, okay, I'm buying all these clothes or I'm spending money on all this stuff or I go out to dinner all the time. And I'm just like, the stuff isn't making me feel good. Why am I not feeling confident? Why am I not feeling better? And the past month, if you're watching this on video, you can literally see like my skin is glowing. The past month, I have shifted spending my money on things like clothes and food or just things I don't need and only spending that money on things that make me look and feel better. You can be the most attractive version of yourself with money and dedication. If you look at any celebrity and you look at them 8 years ago, you're like, whoa, what happened to them? They got money and they got time to dedicate to themselves. Even if it's so much as drinking a tea, I am like, what makes my skin glow? Good digestion. I'm going to have a mint tea. I'm going to detox. I'm going to drink a mint tea instead of a Diet Coke. Not that I don't love a Diet Coke, but I'm going to, instead of going out and buying a 70th pair of shoes, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to spend even less than I would have, and I'm going to go buy a really nice face cream so that every day my face looks better. I am going to spend 10 minutes in the morning washing my face and lymphatic draining, and I became obsessed with the idea of like, not to say looks maxing, but like doing the most I can for myself, drinking things that make me feel good. Ooh, I'm walking down the street. I'm going to go invest in a coconut water because I know that also makes my skin look really good. It makes me feel hydrated and gives me energy. And the more energy I have, the more likely I am to go to the gym. So I just turned looking the best that I can into not only my hobby, but where I choose to spend my money. And I have loved it, and it has made me feel so much better. Even if you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I don't like the way I look today, or I feel bloated, or I look, and you're like, oh, you know what? I got a lymphatic drainage yesterday, so I'm getting all of this handled. I won't be so bloated by the end of the day. Oh, you know what? I'm going to drink a bone broth because that just makes me feel warm and cozy, and it makes my hair look better, and I get all this collagen. So just like channeling your energy into it instead of being like I was like, my skin looks really bad. I'm so broken out. I feel like I'm gaining weight. I feel like I'm not going to the gym as much. And then I was like, what if I spent as much time and energy that I do on like shopping, or that's really my only hobby, or it's really the only thing I put my money into. But I was just like, instead of like $100 meal and going out, even though you should still be socializing, but I'm like, instead of door dashing, I'm like, what if I made my meal at home, made something really warm and cozy, and then I spent that money and I run to Sephora right now and get a face mask. And I go spend $8, get a face mask, lay down at the end of the night, do a face mask, wake up, my skin looks good. Make looking good, which is really looking the healthiest version of yourself. I look completely different than I did a month ago in the face, just like glow-wise, because every single time I'm like needing some dopamine or needing a rush or needing whatever it is, instead of going out and being like, oh, I'm going to go buy a new pair of jeans. I'm like, I'm going to buy myself this $40 cleanser, and then I'm going to get this delicious soup from the nice supermarket down the street, and I am only going to ingest healthy ingredients today. And I swear You just feel, it just, you're doing something. You're working towards yourself. And I feel like that just makes me feel so confident because I'm like, hey, at least I've gotten my workout in. I got my lymphatic massage. I got my face lymphatic drained. I went and got the best facial ever. I'm glowing. I bought my $40 skin cream instead of going to a $40 lunch. Boom. So that has been like, it is its own form of self-love, but for me, as the person I am and the way I'm such like a worker, analytic person, I'm like, well, it doesn't really matter if I look bad today because I am investing the time, the energy, and the money into looking good. So I know there will be at least a little payoff. I know that I will look at least 1% better by the end of the month. I know my skin did not used to reflect like this a month ago. It didn't, and I had breakouts all over my cheeks. And every time I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put a face mask on. I'm going to go do red light for 10 minutes instead. And just channeling that energy, you will feel so good about yourself because you'll know you're trying. Can you get confidence or are you born with it? Oh, I absolutely think you can get confidence. It's everything. Sounds cheesy, but everything in life is a mindset. And the older I get and the more meditation I do and the more therapy I do and the things I try to heal myself, the more I realize, oh my God, it's a mindset. And mindsets just have to click. The mindset just has to click for you. I don't even think there's anything I can say to make the mindset click. It just clicks when it clicks. You go from being one person one day and then all of a sudden it's like you just have this epiphany where what someone's telling you makes sense. And you're like, wait a minute, I get what they meant by that. I fully understand what that means now. And then you're just like, this is what confidence is. Oh, this is what it feels like to be confident. Oh, this is what it feels like to let go of those beliefs that I've had for so long. I can feel them leaving my body. So it really is mindset, and you have to do a lot of just time with yourself and a lot of meditation. I do so much meditating. Even if I'm like listening to a podcast while I'm doing it, I'm just sitting in my head talking to myself and just being with myself and having conversations with myself about things like confidence, things like what can I do? What's going to make me feel better? Even imagining myself, this is one of my favorite confidence tips. And this is like, I believe in this, as crazy as it sounds. I will lay for 20 minutes while I'm listening to it can be frequencies, it can be calming music, it can be a podcast, anything, just like some white noise in the background. I will lay there, I will sit for 20 minutes and I will imagine myself as the most perfect version of what I could imagine myself. Like I feel myself getting skinnier. I feel my face getting sharper. I feel my wrinkles going away. Like I just imagine it and I feel it all over my body. It's like I try to step into that person. I'm like, oh, I see her. She works out every morning. She works really hard. She makes this much money. This is what her morning routine looks like. This is what her afternoon routine looks like. This is what her dinner routine looks like. This is what her bedtime routine looks like. And I step into her. And I'm like, I leave my body and I step into that version. Oh my gosh, her lips are perfect. Her skin is perfect. Her body, look at those abs. Healthy digestion, all these things. And I literally step into that person. And while that's not enough, that is enough to change your mindset. You're like remolding the canals of your brain by doing that. You're changing the way you think and feel, and you're releasing the negative self that you see, the bad version of yourself. And I really believe that what you think about and what you talk about is what happens. So if you're constantly telling yourself in your head that you're fat, you'll never be skinny. If you're sitting in your head and you're imagining the most perfect body version of yourself and you're stepping into that, the motivation and the other things will come. So it's just a shift. Just shift it. Be like, I am that person. I can step into that person and believe that things are changeable too. That's the other thing is I'm just like, if there's something you don't like, don't be shamed into not changing it. It's like, don't go run out and get a nose job. But it's like, I don't feel great about my skin. I don't feel great about my body. Maybe I don't feel great about my nose. It's like gua shaing, facial massages, lymphatic. There's just like all these things you can do that make these like subtle changes. So it's like, if you're taking the peak care of yourself, you will feel so, so, so much better about yourself. I really think that is important. And I don't think it necessarily has to be expensive, but if you're in a situation where you're like, I have an extra $100 this month, fantastic. Spend it on a lymphatic drainage instead of anything else. Invest it in your body and your skin and your face, and you will feel better, which might sound vain, but that it's just important. It really is. It's important to take the time and invest in yourself. You can't feel confident knowing you're not trying or doing anything. You know what I mean? Any tips and tricks on how to fake it till you make it? I'm so good at that. I'm so good at that. I just have a delusional sense of self and a delusional belief in myself. Like, people ask me about imposter syndrome. I'm like, literally, if Vogue called me right now and was like, hey, we need you on the cover, I would be like, this makes sense. I'm glad you guys finally see what I see. This makes sense. This was a good call for you guys. Like, I believe in myself, and I have an insanely delusional sense of self that I like truly believe. I'm not even faking it in my head. I'm just like, yeah, I can do that. If they were like, can you sing? I can't even sing. And if they were like, can you go sing the national anthem at this game? I'd be like, hand me the mic, guys. Like, I just believe that I can do whatever I want. And I just believe that I'm capable of whatever I want. And it works. And I find, like, you need a delusional confidence and a delusional sense of self. And just don't talk yourself out of things. I feel like I see people talk themselves out of things so much. Like, I'm like, these people, nobody cares. Even if I did go sing the national anthem and do a terrible job, it's like, who really cares? Unless you are like the King of England, people aren't really watching and pay that close of attention, and they're not paying attention in a way that they're going to remember and talk about for the rest of their lives. So it's just like, don't talk yourself out of things. If you're nervous to go like work on a set or go to your first day, it's like, it's not, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big. The world is not watching. It's okay. Just go for it, try it, do it, and allow yourself to want to switch gears. If you try something and it's awful, if you try something and you don't like it, it doesn't mean you failed. Try something new. Just be like, oh, I'm very confident in the fact that I'm going to find out what's right for me, so I'm really not that worried. Yeah, I went to the job. I really didn't like it, but everything always works out for me, and I know that, and I know how smart I am, and I know how capable I am, so another job will come along, and I'll be good at that one. Release yourself from like the shackles we put ourselves in of this like guilt and shame, and everyone's looking at us and everyone cares what we do, and if we switch gears, it's the worst thing, and I committed to this, so I have to do it, and this is what defines me. No, nothing defines you to anyone. You get to decide. You get to decide what you put out to the world. You get to decide what people interpret. Change the mindset. I didn't quit that job because I couldn't do it. I left that job because I didn't like the way I felt when I was there. And I'm so confident that my next job is going to be amazing because I'm really smart and really capable, that who really cares? And things will keep moving. Just things are in constant motion. You don't need to get stuck on things and just like beat yourself down about them. How do you rebuild your self-esteem after someone has wronged you? That's so hard. I had my self-esteem like extremely destroyed to the point that I'm still getting it back 3 years later. And I would just say, gosh, it's really hard when someone else, because it's like that belief. You're like, no one cares. No one's looking at me. You get into that perfect headspace, and then someone is looking at you and they do see your flaws and they do point them out and they do make you feel like shit and they do say everything you've ever thought about yourself back to you. At least I had that happen to me. And I was like, oh, it's all my worst fears of like, people think I'm fat, people think I'm ugly, people think I'm this, people think I have bad teeth, that's another thing. I got an Invisalign. Had something on my face I didn't like, I'm changing it. Now, anytime I feel bad about it, I'm like, meh, in a year I'll look good. At least I have this Invisalign in. Do the things that you want to do to change things that you don't like. Don't go overboard. You don't need to go Heidi Montag, get 100 surgeries. But if it's like, I don't like this mole, I want to have it removed. Don't let anybody shame you out of that. If it's something you don't like, you don't have to keep it. I didn't like my tiny lips. I got lip injections. Some people don't like them. Doesn't matter. I liked them. I wanted them. I was like, this is something I'm insecure about. Don't feel shame in doing things that make you feel good, because I feel like the internet shames people for like getting things done, and you're supposed to look perfect, but you're not supposed to get anything done to achieve it. Fuck that, honestly. Do whatever you want. You want bigger boobs and you want to go get a boob job? You go get that boob job, girl. Like, it's your body and your confidence. And so I'm not saying you need to change things, but I believe in being able to change things if you don't like them. I feel like anytime I say like, oh, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go get Invisalign. No, your teeth are perfect. I love them. It's like, but I don't feel good about them. If I want them to be purple, it's my mouth. And if purple teeth make me happy, I'm going to go get my purple teeth because that's what makes me happy. So if you don't like something, you are allowed to change it. You don't have to feel like you should grow to accept and love yourself, and that's part of it. You should love yourself, but you're also allowed to want to make changes to things. I feel like that's a stigma that I don't like, is that shaming people for changing things. It's like, she didn't like it. She wanted it fixed. She fixed it. Now she feels better. Who cares? That's a little side note. I went on a tangent and I forgot what my original question was. Oh, rebuilding self-esteem. Just takes time. And like I said, work on those things. Like, if it's something that you're like, you know what, I actually do identify with that. Like, I do think somebody told me I wasn't funny, and maybe I'm not funny, and I want to be more funny, and I want to be more light. Step into that mindset, step into that headspace, and be like, I want to be lighter. I want to laugh more. I want to be sillier. Okay, go work on it. Do things that make you feel light. Do things that make you feel happy. It's okay to see something about yourself that you don't love. I don't think the key to confidence is just, oh, I love everything about myself and I'm perfect and I'm flawless. I don't think that's necessarily it. It's like, figure out what you in your head don't love or want to see a change, and work on yourself. I think that's okay. Like, I think after I had a bad relationship where my self-esteem was destroyed, I do think there were things I learned about myself that I was like, you know what, I do that. I do rush to conclusions. I do this. And the delivery of how I received it was horrible, but I think it was on some level good for me. Not like the things like, you're ugly and fat. That was not helpful at all. But there were things that I reflected on and made changes towards and went to therapy for. I was like, hey, there's some things about my personality that I think I'd like to change. There's some things about how I operate in relationships that I'd like to change. It's okay. It's okay. Now, the physical appearance stuff, that was just mean and unhelpful. And that just took me a long time to heal. The only thing with that was time. And just knowing I got a gym membership and I got a new hair girl, and I took the steps to feel better about myself. And the thing I love about that, while it is you're conforming to beauty standards, you're doing something for yourself. And that also made me feel more confident. So I was like, you know what? I can change that. You're stuck being a shitty person. I can change these little things and make myself feel better. You're stuck like that. How to be confident in what you're choosing for your career. With this, I would say, again, like I said in the beginning, please keep in mind that it's okay to make a change. If you pick a career and you don't like it, it is okay to change. It is okay to switch it up. So don't put so much pressure, if this is what I choose, this is what I have to do for the rest of my life. We don't have to do things. And I feel like it's just this headspace that everybody's in, where it's we get conditioned to feeling like we have to do things and we have to fulfill a certain standard and we have to follow a certain path. You can do whatever you want. So if you try a career and you don't like it, it is okay to make a change. It all comes back to being the best, happiest version of yourself. You will be a better asset to this world, to your community, to your friends, to your family, to the energy of the universe if you are a happy, joyous person. And if you're a lawyer and you hate it, you're not going to be a happy, joyous person. You're going to bring negativity, and it's going to have a trickle-down effect, and you're going to affect the lives of others by being unhappy in what you're doing. If you want to go quit being a lawyer and work in a retail store because it's going to make you a happier person, fabulous. Perfect. Do it. Make the world a better place by being the most joyous, light, positive version of yourself, the most fulfilled version of yourself. Find your fulfillment. So I would say, give yourself grace in choosing what you're doing. But also, if you want, if you feel drawn to it, that's power, and you should find confidence in that. If you feel deeply drawn to something and pulled to something, how often does that happen in this world? I felt deeply, deeply connected and pulled to 2 hot things in my life, 2 jobs, 2 hot. There's so few times where I'm this really clicks for me. I really thrive in this. My brain understands this. I work well in this. I'm able to create this. I get this. Me and this are on the same wavelength. Me and this job, we work. Be confident in that. It's like a gift, when you find it, be confident in that. Relish in that. Absorb that. Take that in. Take in that you found something that feels so right for you, and be confident in that. And then know if it doesn't work out, no one cares. It's okay. And not everything's forever. Maybe it was something you did for a little bit. Loved it at the time. Now I'm ready to move on. Life is cyclical and things change, and it's moved, and you should always be moving forward. And I think change is nothing but a blessing. The world is always moving forward. When you get stagnant, I think that's when you lose life. I think that's when you lose joy. Just don't get flat. Keep going, keep moving, keep changing, and you will just discover so much. And I really think you'll become the best version of yourself. How do you beat imposter syndrome? Again, I am so sorry. I do not have that. I have like the literal opposite. I feel like I'm entitled to everything. I feel like I should have whatever I want, whenever I want, and should be able to be anything I want to be. Like literally, I feel like I should win an Oscar. Never been in a movie. Just feel like I deserve one. So I'm so sorry I can't be of help there. But it's a good mindset, I think. I don't know. I feel like I'm letting my lack of self-confidence hinder my ability to really live life. Help. Oh my God, I hate to hear this. This kills me. You cannot just... I wish I'm like trying to get in that. I've just not been in that headspace in so long. Like I have definitely had times where I was really beat down and I let it like remove me from situations or like social settings. I can be really insecure in social settings, as people have told me 1,000 times. But I don't know, I still go for it. I think just taking a step back and like, don't try too hard. Don't overdo it. Just like step into that person. Like, okay, the guy that would go to that party, how would he feel when he walked in? What would he say to that guy standing at the door? What would he chit-chat about with those other people? What would the version of me that goes skydiving, what would he like do this morning? Ooh, he would probably drink a protein shake. Okay, I'm gonna go do that. Like just step into that person. What would the confident version of me, the version I want to be, what would they do this morning? What would they do in this setting? And do your best to like not only physically act like that, but to spiritually and mentally step into that place. And you get one life. I am so afraid of regret. Regret terrifies me. So if you one day are like, oh my God, I wasn't confident and I let it stop me from doing everything I want to do, too late, you know? And no one was judging. No one was thinking you suck. No one was thinking you were unworthy. No one was watching every single move you make in life. The only person that knows every single move that you do on a daily basis is you. So you're going to get old and be like, oh, no one cared if I was a little annoying at that party or went skydiving that day or took that new job or went on that trip. No one was cheering for me when I got back and no one was yelling at me that I shouldn't have gone. No one cares, you know? Think less about what other people are thinking about you because they're thinking about you so much less than you think they are. Just do what you want to. Nike, just do it. Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Just do it. Literally, go back to Shia. Just do it. Just do it. Literally do it. And I promise at the end, you're not going to get a letter in the mail that says, by the way, you were so unworthy of that opportunity that you received. I'm so upset about it. You should have lacked the confidence to do it. I cannot believe you even attempted. No one is going to say that. I literally promise you. No one's going to say that. No one's going to say you were terrible. You shouldn't have done it. This is a huge mistake. Pay me money. Nothing's going to happen. Literally nothing. And even if you are annoying or embarrass yourself in a social situation like I do, I don't know, the world keeps turning. The world keeps moving. It's just of all the things to worry about in life, I don't feel like I'm good enough to do this is just so crazy to me. It's just so crazy to me. How many times do you see somebody doing something and you're like, I bet they're the greatest, smartest, most capable person to be doing that? No, people are just doing stuff. They're just making their own confidence and just doing it. Newly single friend gone from confident to arrogant. How do I tell her to reflect on it nicely? Ooh. Maybe let her be arrogant. Let her enjoy. I don't know. When I meet arrogant people, I'm kind of like, good for you. You think you're the shit. That must be awesome. I bet you get a lot done. That's what I always think. I'm always like, good for you. Arrogance doesn't, in other people doesn't bother me because I'm like, you really think you're the shit. Must be nice. So, I don't know. Is she hurting you by thinking she's awesome and being arrogant and being too full of herself? I don't see how she is unless she's insulting you. If she's insulting you, be like, you don't have to beat me down to be confident. But I would just try to get on her level. I'd be like, I want to be arrogant too. I feel like arrogance is manifestation. You're like, oh my God, she thought she was the prettiest girl in the room and now she's in a magazine. Goddamn. I just feel like if you just kind of believe it, it happens. So get arrogant with her and be like, yeah, We can pull anybody we want. We can get any man in this world. Hell yeah. Like, I don't know. I would say get on her wavelength personally. I like that wavelength. But if she's being mean about it, I would bring that up. But she's not hurting anybody by inherently thinking she's dope. I don't feel like she's hurting anybody. Tips on feeling comfortable and confident in your body. I struggle with my body, but I do all the things I said. I envision myself as the perfect body that I want. I go to the gym. I invest in things that are like healthy foods. I'll spend the $14 on chia seeds and be like, oh, at least I'm doing something for myself today. I'm doing something for my skin. I'm doing something for my body. I don't just like sit back and do nothing, but I struggle with being confident in my body. And there's a lot of things I wish I could change. So I don't let it stop me. I've never let it stop me. There are a million times where I've literally like cried because I felt fat and then walked out onto a red carpet and been like, okay, I'm going to serve. I do not let it stop me because those opportunities don't come around again and no one's going to be like, oh, she didn't come because she felt fat, but trust me, she was supposed to be here. Trust me, she would have looked great. Like, no, whatever. Again, the only person you're hurting is yourself by doing that. So how do you establish confidence enough to not worry about what others are saying? I mean, I definitely think it always hurts when other people say stuff, but I'm like, well, at least you're talking about me. When I see people talking about me, it like genuinely doesn't hurt me because I'm like, you're talking about me? You get so much time of this life on this earth and you're using it to talk about me? Honored. I don't know. I think it's an honor. It doesn't bother me. This is, again, it's just a headspace thing. This is just a mindset that had to click for me. Like, it used to bother me so much more. And now I'm like, how embarrassing you're talking about me. I spend very little time talking about people I don't give a shit about. So if they don't give a shit about me, they wouldn't be talking about me. So I'm just like, honored that I crossed your mind, honored that I bothered you so much. I always feel that way. When people are like, you need to do this, you need to dye your hair, you need to do that. I'm like, I love that this is bothering you so much because I just can't even believe I take up this much headspace in your mind. Like, the fact that you even have time to think of this is an honor. I don't know. That's how I think of it. Like, what do they say? If you don't have haters, you ain't popping. That's what I think. If you don't have haters, you ain't popping. If you want to be popping, you got to have haters. So I like it. I'm like, oh, I'm popping. Honest to God. That's what I think. I've never once cried over a mean comment someone's left me on the internet because I'm like, at least I'm popping. How can we help our friends who lack confidence without overwhelming them? This is my last question, but I would say be gentle. Hopefully I was gentle in my advice. But it's just a headspace. It's really just a headspace. Most things in life, I've even gotten to the point where I'm like, my anxiety that I have suffered from for so long, I'm like, it's really just a headspace. You have to rewire your brain. I think of it like this is going to sound silly, but I think of it like an office building that needs to be remodeled. I'm like, this is just a shitty, rundown building that I'm living in here. If I don't want to walk into the same shitty building every time I have to go in here, I have to create new pathways, renovate. Like, I need to redo what's in my mind. So when I think about my anxiety, I'm like, I just need to renovate this whole space because it is bad. This is walking into a room that I do not like. It's ugly and dark and scary and gross in here. And it's like, renovate that headspace. So when you're talking to your friends about confidence, it's like, we just got to renovate that headspace. It's not actually about being prettier or smarter or better. It's literally just about changing your mindset. Everyone has value and something to offer. Everyone. Everyone has attractive qualities and unattractive qualities. Everyone has some kind of glory to offer, you know? It's like, if you're talking about your friend, I bet they're your favorite person to call or your favorite person to spend time with. And I bet they're really funny and I bet they're really loyal and really cool. And it's like, they just need to shift the mind. They don't need to become cooler. They don't need to become funnier. They just need to shift their mindset to discover that and to discover what they have to offer. There's no one on this earth that I really feel is like, okay, maybe like some evil politicians, but there's no one that is just like a lost cause, you know? Everyone has something. So it's like, you don't need to be necessarily become anything that you aren't already. You just need to change your mindset. I didn't become better at anything. I just shifted my mindset to be like, I can actually do whatever I want. No one's actually going to stop me. I can chase it all I want. Okay, I'm going to do that, you know? It's like a flip of the brain. I used to be like, oh my God, I look so bad, I'm going to stay in. And then I'd be like, yeah, I look fat, I'm going to go anyways. 20 minutes in, I forgot how I felt fat. Literally. It's a shift. It's just a mindset. So just nurture their shifting mindset. That's what I'm trying to do right now, but I don't know if I'm being very nurturing because I feel like I'm being very blunt about it. But just nurture a shift in mindset. Be like, what can we do to make ourselves feel more confident? What can we do to it like infuriates me when I see people that I know are capable not do things because they think they can't. Like, it infuriates me. If I have a friend who's like, I have this idea for a business, but I just don't have this and I don't have that and I don't have that. I'm like, do it. Like, do it. What do you mean? Do it. Like, you can absolutely, it is so frustrating to believe in someone more than they believe in themselves. So just where I would be like, get the fuck up and do this because you are smart and you are capable and I know you can do this and I know you have the idea and I know you have what you need to do to get this started. Do it. Like, go. And honestly, maybe it just takes another person. Tell them that they can do whatever they want to do. Tell them they can be whoever they want to be. If they want to change something about themselves, you say, you know what, I'll go with you. I'm going to go with you to the doctor and we'll go see what we can do. Like, let's make you feel good. Actively work on it, actively pursue it, actively be chasing the version that you want to be. Spend the money to be the person that you want to be. You want to start a business, invest in it. You want to change something, go change it. You have something on your face you don't like, call the dermatologist. Like, go do it and actively be working towards this version of yourself that you see as the successful, perfect idealization of yourself. And just be like, what would she drink in the morning? What would she have in the afternoon? Where would she go if she has an hour to spare? Oh, I feel like she would go stretch in the park. I'm going to go do that. Nurture that in them and be like, okay, when you see the CEO version of yourself who did start this business, where did they start? What was the first thing they did? Who did they call? Who did they talk to about it? Who did they consult? Oh my God, that's a really good idea. Let's just go try it. Give yourself permission to try things, lighten the pressure, and if you have a friend that you're like, you should be more confident, you have so much to offer, do what you can to nurture them becoming that person. Like, hey, I know you said you're really insecure about the fact that you can't cook. I think we should go to a cooking class on Tuesday. I think that would be so fun. I'd love to go with you. Make them more confident in it. Hey, I know you're really afraid to apply to that job because you don't think that you can do it, but I'd love to like run through some ideas that I have with you about how you could train or how you could impress in an interview, or why don't we talk out how that interview should go? Like, nurture it and always keep that mindset of like, who is the perfect me? What am I doing to work towards that? How am I chasing that? Am I getting a facial? Am I getting a massage? Am I going to a confidence seminar? Am I going to a speaking seminar? Am I learning another language? Am I taking a cooking class? What am I doing to just work towards that, to be that woman, to be that man? And if it's a friend, I feel confident in the fact that if you asked any friend that I have, like what a quality I have, or like probably my best quality as a friend, they will tell you that I would do anything to support them and I would do anything to see them succeed and I will help them in any way possible. Any way possible. If they need to impress a client, I will get them a reservation at whatever restaurant I have a pull at, and I will say I'm going and then give it to them and set them up and pay for it if they want to meet someone that they think is going to further their career. Like, I would do anything to help my friends become the best versions of themselves, because I just think taking the wave, you're like on this wavelength with everybody that you hang out with and everybody that you spend time with and all of your friends. And if you bring the wavelength up, you're all just going to go up. You're all just going to go up. It's all going to come back to you. Your circle's going to be happy. You're going to be happier. You're all going to attract abundance and positivity and opportunity for each other. And then one day that person's going to go, oh my God, my company made $1 billion and I cannot believe you helped me start. That was so amazing. Let's go on vacation. You know? When everybody goes up, you go up. So that friend that you have that's struggling with confidence, whatever you can do to help nurture it and shift their mindset when they are confident and getting out of the house and talking to people and making new friends and doing all of that, you're all here together on this wavelength. The whole thing's going to rise. You're all going to rise because you're all going to be doing better. So yeah, that's my advice. My very, very long-winded advice. I kind of want to do another, I feel like I could do a whole episode on self-worth and like shifting that mindset. But I want to also say, I have read probably 40 self-help books in the last year. When I went through my treacherous breakup, I literally read like 29 books. I read some of them many times. I read The Mountain Is You 100 times. I read You Are Not What You Think 100 times. I read this book on codependence multiple times. I read The Body Keeps Score multiple times. I highlighted these books. Like, I really went on a journey of like, okay, there's a mindset that I am not in because I am not speaking this language. And I did therapy, and I take antidepressants. Like, there has been a journey to get me to a place where I'm like, yeah, I can actually achieve anything I want anytime, and I'm not really worried about it. It's a journey. It's a path, but once you get there, it like floors me that people don't feel confident enough to go after what they want. Like, if I wanted to be the next movie star in the world, I would go do it tomorrow. I would literally have no hesitations. I've never acted. I've never done it. I would literally be like, put me in the new Marvel movie. Make me the lead. I can handle it. I'll make you $1 billion. Like, I would be so confident because I believe in my work ethic. I believe in myself. I believe in my capabilities. I believe in putting good energy into things. I believe that sending your confidence into things makes it better. And I believe that if it fails, so fucking what? At least I tried. At least I did it. And if you can get into that mindset, so many people, especially women listening, you'll become unstoppable. Unfreaking stoppable. Unstoppable. So, recapping my confidence advice, always be doing stuff that works towards the version of you that you want to look like. It is okay to work on your appearance. It is okay to change things. It is okay to look the way you want to look. It is okay to spend money on a facial. It is okay to spend money on a lymphatic drainage. It is okay to buy healthier food. It is okay to dye your hair. It's okay to cut your hair. It's okay to not cut your hair. It's okay to do what you need to do to feel good. It is okay to spend $6 on a coconut water sometimes because you want to feel hydrated and have glowy fucking skin. If you have $150 and you want to buy a $150 face cream so that you look young for the next 10 years, you fucking do it. There's that, and there's change your mindset. It's a mindset. It's a headspace. It's just a headspace. And 3, step into that perfect version of yourself. Mentally visualize yourself all the time. I literally will lay in bed, I'm not joking, and be like, I'm getting skinnier. I feel it. I feel my stomach flattening. I feel my hips shrinking. I feel it. And I will like sense it and feel it on a molecular level. I will be like, I feel it. I feel myself getting taller. I feel my posture getting better. I feel like I'm slimming out. And just feel it like you're already living it. Feel the feeling of being skinnier. And it will slowly manifest, I swear to God. And at one point I did lose 55 pounds, so I could also talk about that. I've never really talked about it, but I do feel like I've lost a ton of weight. And like, I know the tricks and I know the headspace. And when I have a friend who's trying to lose a lot of weight after having a baby, and I'm like, it's freaking mental, man. It's in your head. Like, the fact that your body is not letting you lose weight, this is a whole nother tangent, but it's a headspace. Everything is a headspace. So if you take the time to like dedicate to yourself and you turn being more confident and looking better and feeling better into a job, make it a hobby. Looks maxing, life maxing. Make it a hobby. I'm dead serious. Feel no shame about it. In 2 months, you will be like, holy shit, I look amazing. Holy shit, I feel amazing. Oh my God, I've accomplished everything I want to accomplish. I cannot believe it. Just do it. Just try that and then hit me up in 2 months and be like, wow, I literally spent $5,000 on treatments for myself instead of going on a vacation or blowing it on food or whatever it might be, and just be like, I feel amazing. And if you can't do that, tea, healthy foods, walking, sunlight, moisturize, cleanse, clean your face, wash your sheets, wash your pillowcases, make your bed, clean your house. Buy some incense, buy things that make you feel good, that give you, oh my gosh, when I burn these incense, I can meditate longer. Buy the $10 lipstick, buy the $60 lipstick, whatever you can do. oh, I'm going to go to this expensive health food store, find the cheapest thing I can, because then when I go home today, I'll feel good that I'm like eating this specially sourced dark chocolate, and I feel better about my dessert decision today. And I feel like this is the dessert that the perfect me would have chosen. And she invested in herself today. It can be $3. Oh, I went and bought this luxurious tea, and now I'm just detoxing. Headspace, I bought a $3 face mask at CVS. I'm going to do one of these as many times a week as I can. Do it. Do the things that make you look better and feel better. Okay, I'm going to shut up now because this is a really long tangent. But be confident and DM me if you listen to this and it made any difference, because I want it to help and I want to know that I made a difference. Mindset, headspace, mindset people, headspace. Get there. Get on my headspace. Get on my wavelength, guys. It's so good here. My Instagram is at Bailey T. Taylor. Our Instagram is at It Girl the Series, and we'll be back next week with hopefully an It Girl and not just me. But love you guys and be confident. You can do anything you want. It Girl.